Oh, yeah.
You live over there?
Yeah, I live at the Meridian, so it's right over there.
Hey, Noah, what's it been like just making the move to defensive tackle this offseason?
It's a bit of a transition. Coach Jay says 3 tech and defense end are kind of similar, but the one thing different is that it's a little bit faster pace. It comes quicker. So pass rush is similar, but the run fits are a little bit different because you're getting double teamed a lot more with the guard and the tackle, and then there's just some little technique differences. So that's just been the biggest transition.
Was that a move that you approached the coaches wanting to make, or did they approach you asking you to do that?
I think it was a mutual thing. I kind of was hesitant to it at first, but like my freshman year and then last year, like when we would do like pass rushing situations, I would do pretty well inside. So I think there's a little bit of a mismatch that I have with my speed and quickness on the inside that I think could be beneficial.
Did you feel like there'd be a clear path to playing time inside, or would have been at end?
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I mean, I thought I had a good shot at playing it either, but I thought just like from a future perspective, I thought 3 tech would be the best spot for me.
You figure looking at like the NFL, that you'd have a better chance to play there. But
yeah, I think I would say so. Yeah.
What is your weight at right now?
I'm like wavering between like 273, 275.
Is that more than you were last year?
It's like similar. It's like five more pounds than last year.
So was that, kind of part of the calculus there of like, hey, I'm pretty big for a defensive end. I think I can play inside.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that. I thought when I was coming in here that 270, 275 would be what my goal would be, But I don't think that was the main reason. I just think that I flashed at like 3 tech in some situations, so I think that's what drove the move down there.
What's it been like kind of learning from Haskell and Tehran at that position?
I mean, I think they're really good players, so having them helping me out through the transition, they look a little different than me, especially with like their weight and their height, but they're just technique sound and they're good players. So anything that I need, I can go approach them for it, and then they're just really open to helping me out. They're good guys.
How do you feel like maybe your skill set complements theirs?
I think that I would say that we have different pass rushing styles. Obviously, that they've been doing this for a lot longer than I have, so I think they're more of a they can do speed, they can also do power. I think I can also do that. So I think that while we're different, we're also similar because Coach Jay teaches us the same technique. So I think while one Haskell does things really well, Tehran does things really well, I think there's some things that I do really well that I can help the team on.
Are there any concerns about like 275, like being a little light for a defensive tackle, or do you feel like you've got enough strength to offset that?
I mean, if you look at the guys in the past, like Jay-Sean Cornell, Jeremiah Jones, they were never pushing 290. They were around 280, 285. So I think the one thing with me is I'm a taller guy, so my thing is staying low with my pad level and playing with good technique. Because while I'm a little bit lighter, I think if I play with good technique, I can do what I'm supposed to do out of every play.
A lot of questions about your transition to the inside, but did you always kind of have an idea that you were going to end up sliding inside, or did you really want to play defensive end? They had to kind of talk you into playing these.
I would say it's the second one. I always thought I was going to be a defensive end when I came in here. I mean, I played a little bit inside in high school, so I don't think it was necessarily like I'm stuck at defensive end. This is what I want to do. I just want to do whatever I could to impact the team, impact the game, So I thought 3 tech would be a beneficial thing, and it's not like I didn't think I could do that end. I just thought Coach Jay thought, and I thought that it would be it would just be a good decision to do that.
Did it take some time to fall in love with playing inside?
I mean, no one likes taking on double teams, but I've always enjoyed rushing from the inside, especially in passing situations. So it's not like I needed to fall in love with it. I mean, playing defensive line is what I've always wanted to do. So either it's at 3 technique or defensive end. There's no really love or no love for defensive tackle. It's just it was just a little bit of a transition, trying to get used to the playing style and what I need to do every play.
No, I forgot to ask you this, but did you ask for 97?
I mean, yeah, I wanted it. I mean, that was the number I had in high school growing up. So, but I mean, in recruiting, they were like, yeah, we think you can fill it. You can fill it. So, I mean, that's what I wanted.
Did you feel that number has some, I don't know, what's the word, panache, cachet here? now after the Bosa brothers? I mean, just
when I first got here,
standard, I guess, for that number.
Yeah, when I first got here, they were like kind of, like other guys on the team were like, oh, you got 97. I was just like, well, I mean, I had it in high school. I mean, I think the number looks cool. So I mean, whether people want to say I took it from the Bosas, not took it, but like I did it because of the Bosas or Cam Hayward. There's a lot of good players in this program that's worn 97, especially in the D-line. So
yeah.
I don't think that I wore it especially because of them, but I mean, it's an honor wearing it for sure.
It's interesting, Cam Hayward. I mean,
yeah.
That was a few years ago and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a huge Buckeye fan my entire life. So I mean, knowing Cam Hayward, I mean, he was a dog when he was here. So there's just been a lot of guys. It's not just Nick and Joey. Obviously, recency bias, it shows that they're 97, but there's been a lot of great players who've worn a lot of great numbers at this school.
Kenny Peterson moved inside later in his career than you followed his career.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, a lot of players started at end at Ohio State and then moved inside. Draymond Jones, Jay-Sean Cornell, a lot of guys, bigger body types that were successful at 3 techniques. So hopefully I can do the same thing.
Yeah, I wrote a story one time about how if Joey Bosa had gone to 3 technique, he could have been an All-American.
Oh yeah,
the way he played.
I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, he was a bigger guy himself in college. I know he kind of got a little leaner in the pros, but there was obviously a lot of times that I don't know, like his junior year in rushing package, he would rush from the inside, and so that was a little bit of a thing. So that kind of showed me, like especially with Draymond, that I didn't need to be 305 to play inside. That I could do what I needed to do at my weight, 275, to play well at 3 tech.
Hey, I want to ask you one quick. You've seen DeJuan Jones
Yeah.
What stands out about him now? Because I remember seeing you. I think in the spring game, you had some 101s. I mean, I can't remember. But anyway, bottom line is, what just stands out about his game now that wasn't there maybe 2 years ago?
I think he's a lot more committed now. When he first got here, I think every freshman has a transition of, do I really want to do this? I mean, and it's not like I didn't think he was committed. I just think he really loves football now. Obviously, he was a basketball player when he was coming in. So, and he's talked about that. I think he's really tried to work on what he needs to do, and he's just such a big guy. So when he's a strong guy too. So when he gets his hands on you, it's hard to get around him. So he's just getting better with his technique every day.
Yeah. What does a lineman do when they're facing a 360, 370 pound offensive tackle? What is the key there, and what is the key that he has to watch out for? You follow my direction.
I think. What Coach J always tells us, like with a guy like that, you gotta go right at him, So it's a big guy, so you gotta get him to move his feet. So the more you can get him to move his feet, not stone in there in his pass set, the better chance you have of getting around him and beating him.
So do you feel a sense of urgency to get on the field more this year, given it's been multiple seasons now you've been over?
No, I'm just gonna trust God and let everything fall the way it may. I mean, I'm not gonna put pressure on myself. Whatever happens. Obviously, I want to play more, but I think I've been doing a better job of, just allowing everything to happen the way it is. I put the work in. I'm confident in myself, so hopefully that translates to more plays on the field.
How much have you seen yourself develop these first couple of years? When fans don't see guys in the field, they just kind of out of sight, out of mind. Obviously, you're developing behind the scenes. How do you feel like that's come along?
I think I've grown a lot since I've come in here. I was an 18-year-old kid when I came in. I mean, I just graduated high school, and to see the way I've developed, just not physically but mentally and especially spiritually, I think that I've done a good job of letting things happen the way they should and not getting too pressed in the moment. I think I've done a better job becoming more mature. And really with my technique and with working hard, I think I've done a really good job of working hard with Coach Mick in the weight room. And with Coach J, I mean, I think I've done a good job of developing my mindset to be where I want to be the best player I can, instead of, I'm at Ohio State, I've arrived. I think that's one thing I struggled with early on, is like, I'm here, I've done what I need to do, but that's not, obviously that's not how it goes. So I think I've done a good job of not staying complacent and just trying to be the best player I can.
When you came in here, your brother was here, and then he transferred, and then you came in with Ryan Jacoby, and he just left the program. Just curious, has it been tough to see those guys go?
I mean, yeah, I love both of those guys. My brother especially. I mean, I was really going to lean on him when I first came in here because he's been through it. But he found a great spot at Wisconsin. You know, he had a great career there, and I'm really proud of him. And then with Ryan, I mean, we came in at the same time, and we were roommates for about a year and a half. So it's tough to see him go, but I'm really happy for where he's at, and he did the best decision for him, I feel like.
What kind of things has Micah taught you that have helped you in your own career as a college athlete?
I mean, I think just what I said earlier, just letting things play out the way that they're meant to play out. Everything's going to happen. Everything's meant to happen for a reason, you know. So just really not letting those little things get to you, and just focus on the big picture, you know. That everything's going to work out, and really just like the work ethic. When we were home together during COVID, I just saw the way he worked, because they just won the Big Ten championship in basketball, and just seeing the way he worked really, you know, not that I wasn't working hard, but it really just showed like this is how it's meant to be. Like, I know we play different sports, but this is how it's meant to be. This is what a big time Division I player, no matter the sport, needs to, you know, needs to do in their daily life. So that was a big thing with me.
All right, thank you, Noah.
Thanks, Noah.
How is he doing?
He's good. He's with Miami right now in Las Vegas. I'm talking to him.